What do you do, familia? It's your boy Taxi PNG, and today we are back again with another episode of PNG Unfiltered, you guys. So today we kind of dive into the world of dance, we dive into the world of photography, we dive into the world of modeling and being creative and all of those different things. So stick around, watch the full video, you guys. I would really appreciate if you guys stuck around. There's a lot of key gems in here for you guys to take away from the video. Without further ado, man, PNG Unfiltered, episode 3. Let's do it.
Unfiltered though?
Yeah.
Like,
Unfiltered is hard,
it's
yo.
harder
It's
than
hard.
raw talk.
Unfiltered? Unfiltered?
Hello.
Who are you? What do you do? Who are you? What do you do?
It's Pretty Lil K. Hey. I'm a dancer / model and choreographer.
Well, so what inspired you to begin your dancing career?
Actually, I was about, I would say, like 6 years old. And I watched Honey for the first time. If y'all don't know that movie, then educate yourself real quick. It just opened my whole mind to a whole new world. So after that, I just started dancing nonstop, and now where I'm at right now.
So like when you when would you say you started taking it serious?
I think
Like competing and stuff.
I competed in high school, but I started dancing for real maybe 2021.
Okay. And how did you kind of like overcome that initial fear of like breaking into the dance industry? Like, you know, starting out, getting into the dance industry, not necessarily knowing, you know, probably much for real. Was it just was it just kind of like the love of dance that just overtook you, that just like helped you kind of like navigate through it? Or like you have like a set plan, you know people? What got you, like, how'd you get into the industry of dance?
I would say it was a blind spot for me. It kind of just happened out of nowhere. I had an opportunity to be a go-go dancer, and that gave me so much opportunity that I did not think it was going to. I got my confidence from it. I got my technique from it. I learned from the other dancers around me. So that definitely was the reason why I think I got the doors open from being a professional dancer.
So what would you say like would be like your most memorable moment throughout both, I guess, dancing and modeling? Something that's kind of like pivotal. We'll let this pass. Guys, we're by an airport right now. So yeah. Like one thing that was like probably the most pivotal moment for you, like, you know, in both modeling and dancing.
I would say when I actually danced on live television, that was probably the most like iconic moment for me.
Yeah.
Also with modeling, I did brand shoots, I did, you know, random shoots with other people that I never met before, and it just opened up my like confidence to be way more out there than I used to be when I was younger.
So what would you say for like other people who are kind of like wanting to get into that space too? Like what's a little bit like, you know, maybe some inspiration or maybe something that could like, you know, make them feel like oh, I want to do it, but I don't know.
Fear is your best friend, I believe. If you're scared to do it, that means you probably should do it. Just go out there and be completely different. You don't have to be in a hole by yourself. You don't have to be kind of like to yourself, like expand your living. You only have one life. Do the things that make you scared. Do the things that make you feel like it's not going to happen, because you don't know what your outcome's going to be. So
it's really like a why not. You know, it's like a why not. The same reason that you're like sitting there not gonna do it is the same reason why you could do it. Like all the time you're sitting there and thinking about but all that time that you spent, those 4 months, those 5 months, that 3 years that you spent talking about you could have made a dent into the thing that you wanted to do. You could have figured out whether it was gonna work or not within that same time. You know what I'm saying? And like one thing I love to say is like, if you're gonna fail fast. You know what I'm saying? Like if you're gonna do it fast. Like, oh my God, I want to do this thing, but I don't know, I might fail. Okay, if you're gonna try it and you think you might fail, then fail fast. So try it, and if you do fail fast and get back up and try the next thing. Because if you do it fast enough, bro, like you didn't sit in it enough to feel that hurt, because you were able to keep going. You kept pushing through it, and you continue to elevate and grow. Who would you say, you know, as someone that inspires you, like within your industry?
In the industry like that works with me right now?
Yeah, I would say.
I do have like a content family right now in the works. Definitely they motivate me all the time. They see how good I could be and how good I will be, and the moment I like step down for a second and like doubt myself, they're on my side right there, waiting for me to go back up.
To help push you back up. I like that.
Support system, for sure.
It's always good to have a solid support system, for real. So, everybody gets those times where they're kind of like down, or they're feeling like they don't really like, they can't keep going. What are some things that you would possibly say for someone, like even yourself, like how do you keep yourself motivated, like physically and mentally? Like, I know you say your support groups, I'm pretty sure that's a portion of it. But like when it comes to like, you're out here by yourself, man. You're on that grind alone, you know what I'm saying? Like, what would you say to someone who needs a little bit of that extra motivation? Like, how can they motivate themselves and help themselves like kind of get out there?
I would say meditation. I feel like everyone needs to find their own peace depending on what you do. You like to read something that helps you get better. You like to dance. Me personally, dancing is my way out. I put all my emotions into dancing. It's a way of telling how you feel without being verbal at all. So that's my get up. The moment I feel down, I completely put a song on that I can relate to at the moment, and I dance my heart out. And then I remember who I am. So I continue to keep going nonstop. I don't stop, even when there's times that I completely want to give up, because we all like are humans. We do want to give up a lot, but it's your mindset and your mentality that can get you where you want to go. So definitely find what brings you peace, regarding if it's meditating, dancing, riding your bike, writing a song. Whatever you want to do is literally your life. It's your world.
So what would you say would be like the most difficult skill, technique, or quality for you to master? When like, what was the hardest thing for you to kind of like master when learning, like, I guess like not necessarily when learning to dance, but like what is the thing or quality that was most important for you to master, to like kind of like you know what I'm saying, like in your like through dancing? Like what was something that you feel like that, if I would have never got that, or if I would have never did that, I wouldn't have elevated my dancing?
I feel like technique, for sure. There's so many different forms of dancing that no one thinks of, and you have to put yourself out there. If you stick to one thing, you're not gonna go far because you only have one skill. When it comes to dancing, there's a whole different world for dance. So the more you learn, the more techniques that you find, you can expand so much more and have so much more opportunities. That's what I'm actually struggling right now. You can combine some things. Yeah.
You can like combine different worlds, like whether it's Caribbean and it's Afro, it's Latina, like, okay, Latin dance. I like that. Oh man. Yeah, that's it's like, it's kind of like literally like with photography, like there's so many different types, but it's like you can take different frameworks and different techniques from different artists within the industry and kind of corroborate it into your own like thing. You know what I'm saying? Like different, like, so like with dance, like, having different techniques, like, maybe I saw this little jerk in here, or I saw this jig over here, and I kind of want to like put this together, but in my own spin, in my own way, with my own technique. So how do you personally balance, creative expression within your industry, like within the industry's expectations? Like, what they expect of like dancers. So like, how do you balance your creative expression within that?
I say this to everybody, when it comes to dancing and the industry, don't even listen to the industry. Listen to yourself. Listen to your heart, what you want to do. The industry is a very scary place. It can, manipulate you in ways. It could do so much things. Follow your journey. Do not follow anyone else's. It will take you farther than you think. At first, when I started, I thought I had to be a certain person. I had to have a certain look. I had to do this and that to impress a certain person. I don't do that no more. I do what makes me who I am now.
Yeah.
So definitely don't take nothing from the industry. Just keep working on who you are, and it will show, and you will grow from it. I promise.
And I honestly feel like that's within every industry, bro. It's like industries are gonna have standards. It's like it's gonna be up to you whether you accept those standards or not. Like every industry is gonna have standards, bro. And I don't know, y'all know me. I break every rule in photography on purpose, bro, because it's who I am. I'm not one of the regular sheep. I gotta go against the grain. And it's like, I feel like you grow so much more going against it because you know what works. If you do exactly what the industry is doing, you know exactly what works. Like, you know that works. So why not try something different? Because if you try something different and that doesn't work, you can just go back to do what works. If this form of dance or this form of photography or this form of whatever you're doing works, you know that. Now, what about this part that someone hasn't explored yet? What about this type of dance or this type of choreography that someone hasn't explored yet? You know what I'm saying? What about this type of music that someone hasn't really danced to yet or haven't really, expressed themselves through yet? Like, let's try that. You know what I mean? And I feel like that will allow you to really like expand your own vision and expand your own expression when it comes to whatever it is that you're doing, whatever your business is. I feel like from everyone that I talk to on this podcast, bro, I feel like everyone can learn something from someone. I feel like everyone, like I just had a scientist on here, bro, and you can learn so much from her. Kay's a dancer. You can learn so much from her, like, bro, and it's just, you can learn so much from everybody's different perspectives within their industries. And like I tell you guys, these are for the people who are the hardest workers in their industry. You know what I'm saying? I personally feel like Kay is like one of the hardest working dancers that I've seen, bro, because she's dancing when no one's watching. She may not record everything or post everything, but she's dancing when no one's watching. And to me, within that industry, she's killing it. Okay, it's like when people are watching or they're not watching, she's practicing. It's like, are you really in the gym like that? Like, are you really, how dedicated are you to your craft? Like, you're not really cooking like that. You know what I'm saying? If whatever it is that you're wanting to do, basketball, photography, football, dance, weightlifting, gym, whatever it is, are you really in the field like that, practicing when no one's watching? Are you putting in the work behind the scenes for you to get ahead in life in both front of and behind the scenes? Because a lot of people only put on in front of the scenes. When somebody's watching is when they do their best. And that's when they feel like they're going to get the accolades and things like that because somebody's watching. But the things that really matter are the hours that you put in alone. The time that you put in when you're by yourself and the hours that you put in when you're by yourself alone is what truly matters, because that's what's going to take you far. Okay? That is what's going to take you far. You're going to be out here, doing all these things in front of people, trying to fake the funk, fake it till you make it, per se. And when you go home, you're not really living like that. You're not really as hard of a worker as you say you are. That's why I try my hardest to show you guys the real, bro. You know what I'm saying? As hard of a worker as I show you guys, as hard of a worker as I am. Maybe even a little bit more of a harder of a worker behind the scenes, because I'm not able to post everything I do. But you guys gotta, be true to yourself, and that all comes with self-accountability. Because you go to sleep with yourself at nighttime, you know how much work you put in that day, you know how much work you didn't put in that day, you know how much work you showed to the world that you put in, but did you really do it? You got up at 6 a.m. and went to the gym. Did you work for real? Did you really, add the discipline to the consistency? Or were you just consistent? Did you just show up? Or were you actually doing the workouts to the efficiency in which you know you need to do it? In the sense of, yeah, you logged into YouTube today and watched a few videos, it's a webinar, but did you take notes? Or were you just there? Did you just show up or you took notes? You went to dance class and all that, but did you really take notes? Were you really practicing or were you just watching? So it's like, were you just like, how dedicated are you? It's like, you got to be dedicated to your craft and your thing that you want to do. You have to be able to, but like, it sounds crazy, like on some like, die for it. That's why I say dedicated the way it does, because you got to be dedicated to this. Like, you have to be willing to put your last into whatever it is that you want to do. That all comes with being the hardest worker in your industry, man. So to end off, to build it off, what advice would you give to someone that are just starting out their own dancing or modeling journey?
I would say to just, take it one step at a time. Don't rush it. I know everyone wants the life of living flawlessly and going out there and partying and all that. It will come when it's time to go. But don't rush anything.
And also, it's not always what it seems. It's also not always what it seems. Mm-hmm. A lot of people think that it's a lot more than it is. It's not always what it seems. It seems cool, it seems fun, it seems this, it seems that, but it's not always that.
Yeah. Take some classes. If you're a beginner dancer, make it like a priority to take at least one class a week. Can make it a consistent thing. Don't give up. If you can't dance, if you can't do the move, keep practicing at home. It's a work. Let's practice. It's not gonna come to you right at once. It's gonna take time. And then modeling as well. If you have a friend that models, ask them questions. Go to a shoot with them, see how they do it. Practice with them in the mirror.
Go to some workshops. You know what I'm saying?
Anything helps. You just have to put your foot out the door to actually do it. If you just stay behind it, you're not going to get anywhere in life. You have to actually take the step to actually go into your future. So just like I said, one step at a time, literally.
You got to start, man. You got to start. And that was PNG Unfiltered, man. PNG Unfiltered episode 3. We kept it light today, you know what I'm saying? We may get more, we're experimenting with the links of the videos and things of that nature, but let me know what more questions you guys want me to ask our next contestant. Who should I have? What industry should I talk to next? What do you guys want to hear? Who do you guys want to hear from? Where do you guys want me to go? What do you guys want me to do? Let me know down in the comments below, you guys. I'm your host, Taxi PNG, and this was...
Pretty Little K.
LOL. And PNG Unfiltered, man. I love you guys so much.
Taxi.
Make sure to share with a photographer, videographer, or a model that may find this information that's helpful. Until next time.
Taxi.
So long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye for now. Until we meet again, I say so long, farewell to you, my friends. Goodbye